Hi, my name is Sarah.
This is our special guest speaking about relationships and how we should be close to God.
You should always have a close relationship with Jesus before you consider getting into a heavy relationship with anybody. I personally know what it's like to be young and in love. Whenever I was in 8th grade, I was in a relationship with a boy who I thought was the one. I thought I was going to marry him, and that's pretty crazy, okay, because I was probably like 13 years old. Well, he made me feel worthless, alright? You know, I felt like I had to have sex with him or our relationship wasn't worth anything. I felt like I wasn't good for anything. He told me what I could and couldn't do. He didn't want me to go to church. Every time I tried to talk about Jesus, it was just like, you know, drop that conversation or you're going to make him real mad. Well, needless to say, I started to lean on Christ during this relationship because I felt like things weren't going right. And he didn't like that. Not at all. So, pretty much, Christ defeated him, okay? Everybody goes through relationships like that. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of girls do, and it's very important to lean on Christ whenever you do. You have to get out of relationships like that, because all they do is bring you down. It made me depressed. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oops. Mother.
Sorry. I need towels.
Go ahead and get towels.
Oh, just cut. Because I decided to give myself to him, like my virginity, I always felt like I was really attached to him, okay? And that happens to so many of us. You always feel like you're attached to your first love, but that's not true. There's usually somebody better out there. I mean, unless you wait until you're married and then you find somebody, well, you know what I mean. Anyway, so like, we were doing all the wrong things, and not only did he treat me bad, but I treated him really bad too. And I didn't know that God had somebody else out there for me. I just had to, you know, I had to fall in love with Christ before I could fall in love with a guy. And luckily, he was there to pull me out of that situation. I did finally get out of that relationship after about 1.5 years. And I have sympathy for girls who are going through that because it's a very hard thing. I mean, trying to avoid anger and depression and things like that, it's almost impossible whenever you're in a relationship like that. And Christ was really there for me. I mean, I read the Bible, I went to church more, I started studying, and he showed me so many things. God will not bless your relationship unless you love him before you love another man or another woman, like a man loving a woman and a woman loving a man. You have to have your blessing from Christ. You can't give yourself to a man unless you're married, okay? Your relationship will do nothing but go downhill from there. I mean, hopefully you can fix it. It's a very hard thing to do. But God has really showed me how you should love him first. He should always be your first love. On May 23rd of 2008, 16 years old? Yes, I was 16 years old. And I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter telling the man that I was going to marry that I missed him, that I wanted to meet him, and that I wanted God to bring him to me. And I wrote a letter saying that we would pray together and we would go to church together and things like that. And then God sent me a gift. He sent me the man that I'm with today. We've been together for 1 year and a month now. Me and Mikey have been really blessed. We go to church. We pray over our dinner usually and whenever things are going bad. And just recently, God has shown us that sex and things like that aren't important for a relationship. And we have learned to lean on Christ more so than ever. And it's a beautiful thing whenever you can have a relationship with somebody who loves the Lord just like you do. You have to be equally yoked, right? Mm-hmm. So me and Mikey are going to get married, hopefully soon, and hopefully God will continue to bless us, and I'm really thankful for that. And I pray for everybody out there who is watching this that you too will be able to enjoy a blessed relationship with a man or a woman who is equally yoked as you and who loves and believes in the Lord. Thank you.